Now let's move to this story. It's a big concern what's going on South African farms. Of course, we've seen a bit of a powder keg situation in Senekal in recent weeks with the murder of a young farm manager. 2 suspects appeared in court and farmers went on the rampage outside the court demanding that they be handed over to them. We know the police minister has been in the area trying to quell tensions. Let's just get the very latest from Govan Whittles, who's also in the Free State. Hi there. Govan, tell us what you have been seeing and hearing today.
There's a lot of fear among farmers, Sally, and what the police minister Bekitele described as a potentially very, very bad situation outside of the Senekal Magistrates Court certainly appears to be a good assessment of what could have happened, considering the action that's been taken by farmers to defend themselves, but also the feeling that they have that they're under threat. And to be clear, this is not about white farmers. This includes a substantial number of black farmers and their farm workers who are often on the receiving end of the most brutal violence and are often the first ones to interact with these armed robbers and attackers. A short while ago, I spoke to one of the farm workers who had been beaten severely with the golf club, and he described how the assailants approached the farm, which is just a few kilometers from where I am here in Markwart, outside of Senekal. He has described how the assailants approached the farm from all directions with the clear strategy to inflict as much harm as possible. And I had an opportunity to speak to the farmer himself, who says that he believes the recent spate of farm murders and farm attacks could have been political. Let's have a look at what Ben van Wyk had to say.
Ek dink dit kom van die politiek af. Eerlik, die mense probeer punte wen deur verskillende uitsprake te maak wat onverantwoordelik is. Hulle kan om 'n tafel sit en hierdie goed te bespreek en nie die boere of die werkers of enigiemand in die boerderygemeenskap betrek nie. Alle boere is nie wit nie. As jy teruggaan en jy kyk, swart boere word geraak, dalk nog meer as wit boere op hierdie stadium. En dis vir hulle verstaan dit ook nie. So ek dink ons is in 'n situasie waar ons baie sal moet praat.
So voicing concern there that this issue has become very politicized, and we know that on Friday the EFF is calling for its supporters to go to the court in Senekal to so-called guard government property, but also saying some very inflammatory things. If they shoot, we'll shoot back, for example. And we also have heard that AfriForum is planning to be at the court. That is not a good potential combination. What is the police minister saying about the way forward, not only to deal with the worry about increasing farm attacks, but also that it's not politicized, that it doesn't become another powder keg for violence?
Well, the police minister's visit to this area in the Free State certainly seems to have calmed some of the tensions, and it looks like the only people that won't be there will be the farmers themselves. That's because the farmers' unions in Senekal, in Paul Roer, in Markwart, outside where we are now, and even in Bethlehem have decided not to go to the magistrates' court on Friday to avoid any sort of confrontation. And they believe, Sally, that it wouldn't be helpful for them to be there, as it could potentially inflame the situation. But the police intervention is multi-pronged in this regard. First of all, they're launching a proper investigation into whether or not the police are involved in massive stock theft in the Free State, which numbers up to 1 million livestock within a month or possibly within 2 months. But then the police minister has also pledged to get involved in securing the farms. So we know that South Africa does have a rural safety unit, and these units are situated in different parts of the country. They are here in the Free State, where most of the community is a farming community, but they do not include the former commandos, or farm security as they're now known. And these are farmers and people who are related to farmers who formed self-defense defense units on the farms and who have also gone for self-defense classes. Becky Cele is considering recruiting some of these farmers into the police reservists. That would, of course, be a major step and is something that the farmers here are certainly calling for. So it seems as if the police minister and the state security agency minister's visit to this area has done a lot to quell tensions, and it may have possibly avoided any sort of confrontation at the magistrates' court on Friday. Of course, we won't know until the day comes, with the EFF still saying they're intent on moving forward. But the Freedom Front Plus says that they don't believe such confrontation should take place. And they, of course, represent a significant constituency here in the Free State.
Well, thank you very much. Govan Whittles coming to us live from the Free State.